And,
Man, that was such a
and giant pull list.
Oh, I was gonna say something like what a giant funny you made.
What? Giants.
Giants, the book about giants.
Go ahead.
Sweet. So this book is called, what is it? The
Jim
Storyteller?
Jim Henson's Storyteller.
Jim Henson's The Storyteller.
Yep. Giants.
1 of 4.
Correct.
And so, if I understand correctly.
Nope, that's my voice. Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't. Oh, I should have let him do his voice. No,
remember that
no.
one book of the dragons and then they had the other one? And then
What? What? You weren't even saying words.
As far as you know. So, Jim... Oh, man. So, Jim Henson's The Storyteller.
Yep.
This is number 1 of 4. This is called Giants.
Yep.
There was another series called Dragons.
And
that
then
was
one
of
for
4.
that, Witches.
Nice. I remember seeing Dragons, like in a preview book, and was like, oh, that looks dope. Jim Henson's Muppets? Nope. This is different.
Yeah, it's not even...
It's the same Jim Henson's, but it's not
Same
Muppets.
Jim Henson, has nothing to do with Muppets.
Right.
And
which is an important detail to mention because some people, like my wife, would get confused.
Okay, so here's why I bought Dragons the first time. Got the 4 at WonderCon at the Boom/Archaea booth.
Okay.
I bought it.
You did?
Because it said Dragons on it.
Right. I mean,
that's it.
That's the pull.
I was just like, I saw the art, and I was like, I don't even think Jim Henson, like registered.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, these look really cool.
Yeah.
They look completely different.
Right.
And I was like, I'll try them out. And then they sat on my shelf for, like, almost a year.
Wow.
Big mistake.
Right. Yeah, because I remember when you first, like, dove into the Dragons.
Big mistake.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said it twice.
Dragons. So I know we did a top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last week or whenever it was?
Mm-hmm.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Right. I'm just agreeing with everything you're saying.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wish Lily would do that.
Yeah.
She's not gonna.
Yep.
Oh, God. Here we go. Yeah?
No.
Dragons. So I hadn't finished the series by the time we did the top 10.
You hadn't even read 7 to Eternity.
Still haven't.
Oh.
But I do have issue 1 now.
Right, which is good. And I'm a little bit more satiated by that.
I would put these 4 as a series, like together, in that top 10. I probably know what I'd remove too, but I'm not
Skyborn, it was your number 10.
Nope.
Why'd you put it at number 10? This is the second thing that came up.
We talked about why that top 10 list was the way it was. Because I thought we were going to do it different. And I brought some ones that I was like, oh, let's so we can mix it up and have a lot of options. And then you got me here and you're like, hey, so let's give number 1 10 points and then 10 number 1 points. And then whoever has the highest golf score at the end of eternity, and then make our list combined. And then, He-Man. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Go check it out. It was 2 episodes ago. It was a fun one.
God, it was complicated.
It was
most
great.
complicated top 10 ever. And he got Empress wrong. So
oh my gosh, I totally didn't. He's just bitter that it's not as good as he thinks it is.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. It's actually a really good book. My list.
You need to apologize right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Empress is a great book.
Mark Millar.
It made it in our
Stuart
top 3.
Immonen. I'm very sorry. It is an excellent book, and it deserves to be in the top 3.
When you were doing the points, did you do the opposite reverse points that you were doing? So,
dude, I did the points right.
I was just curious. I was like, because at first I thought, like, when you were making the list, you forgot to do the points. So then things got all.
No.
So by the way, if you go back and look at that episode, it turns out we have 17 books in our top 10.
Yeah.
No,
something like that.
That's not how top 10s work.
Look, I didn't look. There was only so much math I was willing to do.
I would put Dragons in my top 10. It was so the reason why we're talking about dragons and giants sitting here, but I feel like we have to describe dragons because it's setting up what giants is gonna be. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, it's 4 standalone stories,
right? But because all 4 stories revolve around like a particular lore.
A storyteller?
Well, no, like the storyteller is going to tell 4 separate stories about giants, where before he told 4 separate stories about dragons.
Right.
And then, But what I'm saying is, like, even though it's a series, the standalone stories are individually better than many of the comic books that I read last year.
Oh, yeah, like 8 issues in, this 1 issue is better than that whole 8.
Correct.
Right.
Like, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's because they're nice and succinct and just solid stories.
Like, I don't want to put anybody down.
So don't.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But what I will say is that it really, really feels like the people who write these individual issues put a ton of effort into getting the most out of every page.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll say other books that go 10, 12 issues, I feel like because they have like room to breathe over 12 issues, they don't like maybe not try as hard, but like they have room to breathe, so they kind of just, these are so concentrated that like every book is just great. There was nothing bad. I didn't find anything bad about any of the books.
Right.
And then they all have all their own like little tones. Like
right.
Dude, Dragons was so, and this one was great.
This
one was super like lighthearted,
fun, joyful, whimsical.
Yeah. And it's like it's got like a nice little like moral to their tale. It's like modern day like folk tale. Yeah, it was great. And so this one is the same premise, that we have the storyteller, which already immediately sitting in his like leathery chair.
The armchair by the fire.
Yeah, by the fire, and his dog talks, and they have a little conversation. The dog kind of witty.
Yeah. I like that.
It sets up for like the whimsy, and they get right to it. There's not 3 or 4 pages of that. It's like 3 panels.
Right.
Boom, we're in the story.
Which is so great because some comic books use exposition well.
They do.
You know, but this one doesn't need it, does not rely on it. And it's so cool about how the art helps move the story forward.
Like, I had the words right here, and you were like, get down. But no, don't do that to me.
But that's what I did.
No.
I already did it.
No.
I got the words right at you.
Oh, God, I feel gross.
So.
But yeah, they get right to it. And it's honestly, I think it's the power of the book. Like that.
Right.
Because the art does so much of the lifting for the story. Like, you pick up tone, just go read these books. Go buy them all.
Yeah.
I think issue 2 or story 2 is coming out. Maybe it came out today.
Maybe. So this was our number one.
I forgot we didn't even mention that.
Of December. No, we didn't.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Yeah,
We're 2 weeks into...
For real.
We're 2 weeks into January by the time you're seeing this. And we wanted to do a number one
for each month.
At the beginning of the month. But then Yara was here last week.
Right.
And we screwed up.
More or less.
And now here's our number one of December.
We didn't have a lot to choose from.
Dude, December. What was up with December?
Not a lot of new books. Not a lot of number ones.
There weren't.
There really weren't.
They really. That's not to say that this didn't have a lot of competition.
Right.
Because even though it did not.
Right.
If I'm just looking over the number ones that I've read over the last few months.
Right.
This one is going to compete for number one for a few months.
Ether
was amazing.
Ether was amazing.
In a very different way, gives Ether a run for its money for sure.
Yeah,
Dude, we should after 12 number ones. We should have an ultimate showdown of number ones.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
We can make rules up right now. We could.
What?
Here's how we determine which one wins.
What?
Which number one did we say was number one?
Yeah.
And then the two of us combined, how many issues after that did we read?
Ooh, that's good. Or we can each bring a separate list. I'm going to add up the points going backwards.
And then we have to do 3 circles at 6 p.m.
Right, and after 20 jumping jacks, you'll have the answer.
Yeah, because then if a number one does its job, it gets you to number 2. We've talked about this.
Right.
And number 2's job is to really push you into the story for as long as you'll go.
Right.
So if our number ones, the number one of number ones, will have the most issues read.
Right.
After that. So like if we have
What about
12,
ties?
I don't figure it out.
What about limited series? What if this only goes up to 4? What if Ether goes up to 5?
Right. So let's say like, so if we
percentages.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Those work. But what if you have like 5 at 100%?
Then we'll figure it out.
All right, we'll figure it out. Tune in next time.
Yeah, tune in 10 months.
Yeah, 10 months. Oh, that'll be our fall special.
Do you think we'll actually remember this?
I bet you someone like Yara who really enjoys the show.
No, that's not going to happen.
She won't bring it up?
No.
Just
I love
to like
Yara.
mess?
She's never going to remember.
Okay. Sweet. So no, it won't happen.
Okay, but it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Will it?
I hope so.
Well, not if you make me do another weird top 10 list.
You liked it. You said yes. He didn't
You
say
know,
no.
you
He didn't
forced
say no.
me.
No, he said yes. Yes means yes.
Done. That book's amazing. Go read it. Go read Dragons. Go read Witches. All of it's on Comixology because you're gonna be freaking hard pressed to find a comic book store that's carrying these, which is just
It's sad.
it hurts me
It's sad.
because
Because comic books need more attention.
yeah, and especially like these. Like,
You know
these are amazing.